I can't believe I'm doing this. Oh well, here goes. Was Assassin's Creed Unity secretly great? I lost a brain cell asking that question, and now you have lost one too. But this is actually a really, really good question. Although it does sound a bit stupid on the surface for all of us Unity haters. You know, we get together on corners and we talk about how much we hate Unity, usually outside the local co-op. So here's the local co-op. As you can see, the Roz's there to make sure we don't actually start abusing Unity. Joking aside, was Assassin's Creed Unity secretly great? Yes it was. Assassin's Creed Unity wasn't the best game ever, and in a lot of respects it's pretty bad, but in other respects it actually does a lot of right. How? Well, let me tell you. So on launch, Assassin's Creed Unity was arguably a mess, both in performance and the glitches within the game, above all else. On top of that, a lot of features within the game were actually quite forced, and this is when the community really began to notice it. And although Syndicate was on the way for the next year, Ubisoft did sort of take this feedback into account and did sort of use it to then decide to take a year off, which is the first time that's happened since the yearly cycle has begun, meaning that providing that the next Assassin's Creed game is arguably very good, Assassin's Creed Unity had a bit of secret greatness to it. Although in light of some really ridiculous things like Desmond's son being revealed in a comic, this theory is sort of in jeopardy. But above all else, the realisation that more care and more time needs to go into their games is a good start. But what about the game itself? Does it hold any actual great features? Yes, the open world of Assassin's Creed Unity, although it did possess a lot of collectibles. There were some side missions hidden under the collectibles though. There were the Paris stories, the murder mysteries, and although not necessarily full of cutscenes and stuff, they did all have their own sort of story behind them, with historical stuff mixed in there as well, which is always a welcome bonus. And small features such as accusing people willy-nilly of killing people, having consequences, was also welcome. Also, as a bit of a side note, I actually did find Assassin's Creed Unity to be fun, based on the high concentration of glitches that would just break the experience completely. I got trapped behind a door once. I also ended up standing in midair once. That was weird. On top of that, I did actually find enjoyment from the parkour business that was in the game, although not the best parkour in any Assassin's Creed game because of the sheer glitches and the over-calculated jumps and the unrealistic feel and the lightness and the featherweight, you know what I mean. It wasn't really that bad. It was setting up a decent engine and it was full of bugs, but that wasn't the end of the world, and I did find some enjoyment out of the parkour, what with all the fancy spins and stuff like that. It was quite interesting at times. The combat was clunky and shit though, although it was challenging, and that was good. But enough grasping at straws. That sums up this entire video. Why the hell did you make me make this? Unity then had a DLC known as Dead Kings, which was actually kind of a decent DLC. It was quite fun, and it was rich with story, and it was based around Arno without the Elise shit, besides from the minor little bit here and there, because obviously he's still suffering from the sadnesses. But it was overall a better story than the games, although the games was, although not terrible, was a little bit flawed. But Dead Kings sort of exceeded that, and it was better than the main game story wise, and it also introduced a new world and some new stuff to do in that world, which adds to the overall open world value, I suppose. Then there's something that Unity has that Syndicate doesn't, and that is replay value. Assassin's Creed Unity has replay value. Syndicate doesn't. So above all else, it's better than Syndicate, in my opinion. Replay value meaning that you really wouldn't mind playing it again. You'd enjoy playing it again because it was quite fun and enjoyable the first time, and you didn't feel as if, you know, you'd got everything the first time, there was nothing else to go back and see. Whereas with this replay value, there sort of is that compulsion there to replay a game and enjoy it again. And Unity had that, and some games just don't, so it has an up on quite a fair few games there. Not necessarily Assassin's Creed, but in the overall, you know. But my main point here is its contribution to Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed Unity has contributed to the franchise, and although Ubisoft has acknowledged that the fans want better games and better quality and more time and effort put into the games, because Assassin's Creed, believe it or not, used to be really, really good, has Ubisoft done anything, really, that suggests otherwise, that they're not going to make a great AC game? Yes, they revealed Desmond's son in the comics. So if they're taking away from the games to focus on extended media like movies and comics and colouring books, what's the next game going to be like? Have they had it sat there for a year not doing shit and then decided to work on it and it'll be the exact same quality as the last few? If so, Unity's secret greatness has rubbed off. But besides the point that nobody at Ubisoft is able to keep their paws off of Assassin's Creed for more than 5 minutes, the fact that we didn't get an Assassin's Creed last year was kinda a good thing. We needed that year off as the community, and the next game hopefully will be better. That's what they said they're going to take the year off to do, to revise the franchise, and hopefully they do that. Hopefully that's what they're doing even. And if the result is great, we have to remember that it's because of Unity's flawed launch that people complained about this, and Ubisoft actually acknowledged it. So I suppose that is Unity's secret greatness. The game itself is alright. Sorry, Assassin's Creed Unity's theoretically theoretical greatness. We won't know until the next game comes out. I don't even want to use the word empire. If the Assassin's Creed games step in the right direction, then that's a good thing, and I suppose Unity did contribute to that, and that is the secret greatness behind it. That, and it's also quite fun to fire up every now and then and kill some things. But that's the answer you're getting today, unfortunately. It's not concrete, I know, and you came here looking for concrete. You came out none the wiser. But that's how it is sometimes, especially this time. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, share, comment, etc. All those things would be graciously appreciated and accepted. And I'll see you on the next one. So yeah.